Okay, so this is a video on how to make an origami piece. You should have a two-sided colored piece of paper. If you're using single-sided color paper, you don't have to worry about this part. First, we're going to start by putting the colored side down. And then step one, we're going to fold it in half once. You're going to open it back up. You should be able to see that there's a crease right in the middle of the paper. Next step is to fold it again up into that middle line. And you're going to do that on either side. So once you get one side done, you're going to rotate it and do it one more time. So now you should have 3 lines in the middle of your paper. The next step then is to take the lower left corner and fold it up into that line closest to it. So we're gonna take the corner and fold it like this. So it should look like a little triangle. And then you're gonna do it one more time, taking this piece and folding it right again up into that line. And that way it'll fold in like that. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So you're gonna rotate your paper. We're going to take this corner, fold it up into that line closest to the point, crease it, and then we're going to do it one more time. Then you're going to fold that up into the middle line. So now you should have a piece that looks like this. Now we're going to continue our folds. I find it easier to rotate it this way to the next part. Whatever's more comfortable for you, doesn't really matter. Now we're going to take the unfolded part and fold it so this line lines up with here. So you get another triangle like that. We're going to do the same thing to the other side, so you're going to rotate it and fold that corner up to here, so it should be points, and the gap in the middle should be very, very small. So now you have a piece that looks like this. We're almost done. You're going to take this flap and tuck it in. So I'm going to try to make it so you can see it. So it looks like this. We're going to take it and tuck it in. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So rotate, take your flap, and tuck it under. So now your piece is almost done. This is what the front looks like. What we're going to do is flip it over, and we're going to take this point and fold it to here. We're just going to fold it up and turn it around and do the same thing to the other side. Fold it up and this is one module for the origami that we are doing today. You're going to want to do it one step further and fold it diagonally so you get this cool little bendy piece. And when we put our pieces together, you'll see that these are the pockets that you're going to connect pieces with. Okay, this is part 2 of assembling our origami ball. It is, again, modular origami. This is a 30-piece ball. So if you watched part 1, you'll have seen how to make these units. You should have 30 of these. Assembly is pretty easy. There's no glue required. You're going to start with just 2 pieces, and you're going to tuck them into flaps on the existing things, on the existing unit. So you can see, if you're looking at the front of it, the back, there aren't any flaps or folds. So you'll know which side is the right side. And you're going to take the end of one piece and tuck it into the middle of another, like that. And you're going to take another piece, and you're going to do the same thing. And you're going to tuck it in, and then you're going to take the first end from your first piece and tuck it into the one you just did. So when you do that, you should have this neat little triangle. This is a part of the ball. We're gonna keep going. And just keep doing the same thing. We're gonna tuck it in. To all the folds. And what we're shooting for, because it's a 30-piece ball, each side of the ball will have 5 pieces, so we've got 2 so far. And we're gonna keep going to make it 5. You can see this is our third side, our third piece. See, we got 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna keep working on this side, so I think I wanna do a blue next. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the 5th part, because we've already got these ends, you're gonna tuck those in together, so that starts the 5th side, and then you're just gonna add a 3rd color to it. And we've officially completed one side of the ball. And we're gonna do the same thing for the rest of it. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how you'll know if you're assembling it correctly, because at any given rotation, you should have 5 triangles. And I'll build the whole thing so you can see how it's going. Oops. These pieces are a little smaller. This is origami paper, and it does make it a little more slippery. That's okay. It can be frustrating if you haven't done it before. Some pieces might fall out, like that one just did. And it does take some finagling there. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so these 2 get tucked in again to start forming the 5th piece. They start to run away from you a little bit. And we're just going to add piece number 3 to that. So let's see what we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we rotate it, we should still have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Started our 5th one. Okay, so now we've got 2 sides of 5, and you can see all of the other sides are started in some way. One, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5. See, it's getting there. And all we're doing is assembling lumps of triangles and then connecting them with each other. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, this started our 4th. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This starts our 5. Okay, this last part starts to get a little finicky. But I got 2 pieces left. And we're just gonna keep plopping it in, you know, just keep counting. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes it gets easier to put one piece connected and then tuck the others into it. So we just put that purple end in one way, and we're gonna do the other side in here. Then we'll tuck stuff into it. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, so we have 1 piece left. And we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that goes here. So then our last one will go right in the middle. Oops. We'll tuck it in one side. Put it between the last 2 flaps. Tuck it in the other end. And then tuck the final pieces into it. And you might need to check and make sure things are pushed in all the way. And there you have it. You've got your 30-piece modular origami ball.